On 15th August 1947, at the stroke of midnight, a nation awoke from 200 years of colonial rule.
But did you know, the original date set for India's independence was 30th June 1948.
So how did it suddenly change to 15th August 1947?
And why wasn't Mahatma Gandhi in Delhi that day, instead fasting in Kolkata?
In today's video, we'll uncover this untold history. Stay till the end.
British rule in India officially began in 1858, when the Crown took direct control from the East India Company. Before that, in 1857, came the Sepoy Mutiny, often called India's first war of independence.
Nearly 90 years passed under British rule, during which Indians had very limited rights.
The non-cooperation movement, the civil disobedience movement, seat, one after another, these shook British rule.
From the 1920s, the freedom movement intensified under determined, visionary leadership.
In 1942, began the biggest movement of all Bhutan, the Quit India movement. Meanwhile, World War II left Britain itself economically weakened.
Governing India became increasingly difficult for them, both the cost and control.
In 1946, the Royal Indian Navy mutiny shook the British authorities.
It became clear they no longer had full control over the Indian armed forces either.
In this situation, the British Prime Minister announced the transfer of power.
He stated that India would be granted independence by 1948.
But history took a different turn, Tove, and that's the story we'll uncover now.
As the last viceroy, a British dignitary arrived in India in March 1947.
His task was to speed up the process of transferring power as quickly as possible.
Suddenly he announced that the date would be moved up to 15th August 1947. That was nearly 10 months earlier than the original plan.
Many historians believe this haste was meant to avoid worsening riots and political turmoil.
Here's an interesting fact. This date held personal significance for Mountbatten.
Because on this very date in 1945, Japan had surrendered in World War II.
But because of this rush, many preparations remained incomplete. The common people paid the price for this, especially during the partition.
At midnight on 14th August, Jawaharlal Nehru delivered a historic speech.
The speech was titled, "Tryst with Destiny."
His famous line was dined, "At the stroke of the midnight hour, India will awake to life and freedom."
At the same time, India split into two separate nations, India and Pakistan.
Pakistan officially gained independence on 14th August, so they celebrate it as their Independence Day.
The task of drawing the border was given to British lawyer Cyril Radcliffe.
Yet he had never set foot in India before. In just 5 weeks, an older Caucasian male cartographer had to draw this incredibly complex boundary line. This partition displaced more than 10 million people.
So both joy and sorrow are forever woven into the history of 15th August.
On the morning of 15th August, Jawaharlal Nehru hoisted the flag at Delhi's Red Fort. right above the Lahori Gate, the same spot where the Prime Minister still addresses the nation every year.
At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom.
But Mahatma Gandhi was not part of this celebration that day. He was in Kolkata, fasting to stop Hindu-Muslim riots. To him, communal peace mattered more than celebration.
India's first national flag was designed by Pingali Venkayya in 1921.
The current tricolour flag design was officially adopted on 22nd July 1947. That means the flag was finalized just weeks before independence. India's constitution wasn't ready yet. It came into effect on 26th January 1950.
At independence, India had more than 565 princely states, each with its own ruler.
Uniting all these states was the massive task of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the Iron Man of India. Nehru became the first Prime Minister, and Rajendra Prasad became the first president in 1950.
Did you know other countries also celebrate their independence on 15th August? Like South Korea in 1945 and the Republic of Congo in 1960.
At independence, India's literacy rate was only around 12%.
And average life expectancy was under 32 years, a huge leap compared to today.
The national anthem, Jana Gana Mana, was written by poet Rabindranath Tagore.
But it was officially adopted as the national anthem in 1950, 3 years after independence. The first Independence Day was actually quite modest, because partition-related unrest was at its peak. That midnight in Delhi, the Union Jack was lowered for the very last time. In the early days, British-era currency and administrative structures continued to run for a while.
Today, 15th August is not just a holiday.
It reminds us of the sacrifice of millions who gave their lives for this freedom.
Every year, the Prime Minister's address from the Red Fort continues that same tradition.
Flag hoisting in schools and colleges, sweets shared around Untold. This is the true spirit of the celebration.
Flying the tricolour in every household has now become a new tradition. Initiatives like Har Ghar Tiranga keep the new generation connected to this history.
Independence wasn't just the end of British rule. It was the beginning of dreams for millions.
And that dream still inspires every Indian to move forward today.
So you've seen how much deep history lies behind 15th August. On one side, joy. On the other, sacrifice and pain. Both are woven into this day.
Tell us in the comments. Oh, which fact surprised you the most?
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button.
Share it with your friends so they can learn this history too.
Subscribe to the channel Pride. More history-based content is coming very soon.